Hello there, beautiful friends from around the world. I'm going to be your host, Blackenfist, and welcome to another Q&A where I answer your questions. Yes, I know, guys, it's been a while, but of course, I'm not here alone. I'm here with a very special guest.
Is this where I say my name?
Yes, but you failed to do it, so you know what? Let's keep going. Hello, Blackenfist. Thanks for the awesome videos, man. Well, thank you. Wanted to ask a question that has been on my mind for quite some time now. If 17 and 18 were humans, then why couldn't the Z Fighters sense their ki? Might be a silly question, but what can you do? As we all know, Dr. Gero, yes, 17 and 18 did start off as humans, but Dr. Gero did make some modifications to them, and you could say they're not completely human after Dr. Gero was done after them. And it's pretty clear that obviously 17 and 18, when they were human, were not as strong as they were as when they were cyborgs. So obviously the power they have is not really their own, but you know.
Yeah, I do. Well, the thing is, okay, he's asking how they couldn't sense their ki if, because they're humans, right? Well, the thing is that, from what I understand, is the way that, and again, this is somewhat headcanon-y, all right? The way that Dr. Gero, which is the right way to say his name, the way that the way that he put the enhancements on Lapis and Lazuli, they generate a different kind of energy. That's what I understand. They generate a different kind of energy, not necessarily ki. It is ki, but it's not like ki from like your spirit or your soul. So that's my own headcanon, really, to kind of say that. It's not really a silly question. You actually make a good point, because logically, they're humans. They can fight. They can get stronger. They have ki, but yet it can't be sensed. That's a little weird.
Hey, Fist, at the very beginning of the Buu saga, isn't Piccolo the strongest in the universe?
No.
Well, I don't know what else to say to that one.
In the beginning of the Buu saga, Fat Pink Buu was as strong as an SSJ3 Goku. During the Buu saga, Fat Pink Buu, well, I don't know why it says Fat Pink, there's only one Fat Buu, but Fat Pink Buu divided into Fat Pink Buu and Thin Gray Buu. How strong is Fat Pink Buu at the end of DBZ, beginning of DBS, when he lives with Mr. Satan together? About SSJ2, greetings from Austria. I think that Fat Buu losing Gray Buu, it did cut his power in half. That is a fact. But as far as about SSJ2, I would think he's a little bit higher than SSJ2, because remember, Fat Buu, even though he still had the Gray Buu inside of him and the Gray Buu took the power, he still had his way with Vegeta. So I still am inclined to believe that Fat Pink Buu, or Fat Buu at the end of the series, was kind of back to normal again, but I'm not really sure. See, that's actually a pretty good question, because it does make sense. If Buu never got that 50% back, then I could see there being a possibility of him being weaker than SSJ2, but I just feel like Majin Buu was so strong, and not to mention that even though Goku says that he could have killed Buu during their fight, I don't think it would have been that easy. I was always very skeptical of Goku saying that. I think Goku would have had to gone to full power to do that. So I believe that Buu is still stronger than SSJ2, but I don't think it would have been that simple of a, I don't think it would have been that easy for Goku to beat him at all. Like, it wouldn't have just been like Vegeta just beating him. I think it would have been taken a lot more than that, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. Did you know that extreme diet, Kate Hudson's extreme diet, can give you cancer? Well, I was not aware of this, but
nor do I care.
Yeah. Ever seen Mario Bros. The movie? If so, did you like it? I've never seen this movie, but I think this is more of a Geekdom question, if you did see it, Geekdom. Well, unfortunately, I really never saw the movie. What was the worst year you ever lived through? Well, I don't know, that'd be kind of hard to tell. This year. I'll go on a limb this year. Because this year has only lasted for a couple days. So not much has happened in terms of good stuff.
Well, For me, other than the years where like I lost somebody, like, you know, a death or whatever, I would say 2009, because I literally lost everything in 2009 except for like a person passing away. So for me, it's 2009, but I'm not gonna get into that right now because that's not really what these Q&As are about. Weird question.
This looks like a two-parter kind of question. I'd like a app that would lead into a story arc where we see a scientist / conspiracy theorist on the day the Earth was wished back in the Kid Buu saga, and have him feel that something's amiss. Well, I really don't know what you're talking about there, but all right, keep hoping, man.
Well, part 2, you missed part 2. Part 2.
No, this is all by the same guy. Sorry, BioWolf Beyond, man. I really am not interested in your fan theory, or fan fiction, so.
Oh, I like that guy, but okay.
No offense, though. No offense. Would you rather have had a Dragon Ball show that continued from Dragon Ball GT, i.e., whatever, the real Dragon Ball AF, or would you still choose to have Dragon Ball Super? I don't. That's. First of all, there's no way I would have wanted Dragon Ball AF. There's no way I would have. I don't know about what Geekdom would think. I was not a fan of the AF. I would have, even with all the problems, still take Super, but...
I would also take Super, even with all the problems. However, I think you and I will both agree that I think we both wanted Super to start after the end of the Dragon Ball manga, Dragon Ball Z, the series, and kind of right over GT. Yeah, I think that would have been a better, like Toriyama's vision of the events, I think would have been fine. But yeah, I after...
But that would take balls, Geekdom.
It would take balls, but also, what you got to understand is that what was left after GT, okay? Everybody was dead. If we go to the end after the 100-year time skip, everybody was dead, except for, you know, Pan, Goku Jr., Vegeta Jr. I guess you could have done a story like that, but... Toriyama and Toei kind of want to keep these characters around, at least for right now. So I don't think it would have been that interesting, really.
Why don't you take the next one, Geek?
For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. What the hell is this? For want of a shoe, the horse... Can I take the next one? I'm sorry, this is bullshit.
For want of the nail, the shoe was lost. For want of the shoe, the horse was lost. For want of the horse, the knight was lost. For want of the knight, the battle was lost. So it was the kingdom was lost, and now my mind is lost. Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you dodge? I don't know, sir.
I don't know.
Why don't you take this one?
All right. Here. No, I already answered that one. That's the freaking Fat Buu thing.
Oh,
again.
yeah. Oh, this is repeating. Sorry.
Oh.
Why don't you take this one right here?
I think it's a two-parter. So it's Roy Retro King.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this whole I'm going to use dub terms for you, Super Saiyan God concept. As much as I like the idea, it makes no sense to me at all. Shouldn't a god represent a supreme being of the Saiyan race? Why don't they have a tail? Also, that's a good point. Also, how can there be more than... Well, actually... He does have a tail in the flashback of Battle of Gods. Also, how can there be more than one Saiyan God? Also, with that in mind, how can non-pure Saiyans, half-quarter Saiyan, commit enough power to the Saiyan God ritual? Is it not more logical that it would require pure Saiyans to create a supreme Saiyan God? Okay, well, first of all, let's do one at a time here, okay? The first thing you gotta understand is that shouldn't a god represent a supreme being of the Saiyan race? Not necessarily, because in Dragon Ball, gods are just titles. Kami was a god, and so was Grand Elder of Namek, Saichoro, or Guru, right? And he was never the strongest Namekian, not even close. So power and gods don't necessarily go together, with the exception of the gods of destruction like Beerus and Champa and those guys, and of course their attendants. Why don't they have a tail? Goku didn't have a tail, but the original SS God, if I remember from the flashback, did have a tail. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he had a tail. How can there be more than one Saiyan God? Like I said, gods in Dragon Ball are polytheistic. They're not monotheistic. How can non-pure Saiyans commit enough power to the Saiyan God ritual? Because
we wouldn't have a story otherwise.
That's true, but I don't think that...
Well, I do think that he made some good points here. I mean, I think it is logical that it would be only pure Saiyans for the ritual for them to do the Saiyan God ritual thing. I guess that logically that would make sense, but you got to understand we wouldn't have a story otherwise because, I mean, Goku, Vegeta are the only ones that are remain. Okay, unless you count Tarbold.
Yeah, and the whole reason for that little ritual in the original screenplay for the movie, not Super, in the movie, was because they wanted to create. The reason why Toriyama chose 5 pure-blooded Saiyans is because they wanted to create that incredible moment with Videl revealing she's pregnant, which I still think is one of the best moments ever in the series, and it made sense to do it like that. So that movie's very well written, bro.
You're gonna like this one, Geekdom. Does Nappa have a son? Because in the Great Saiyaman saga, the leader of bank robbers is straight up Nappa.
Yes, he is, and you also see the movie director and the producer are Red and Black from Dragon Ball. That's the Toei art people doing homages to the series itself. But no, that's not Nappa's son.
Yeah. How would you feel if Super rewrites the ending of Z and changes a bunch of things? For example, Oob not existing. I am not against this idea, actually. I think I would like it, actually, if Super rewrote the ending of the Dragon Ball manga, anime, whatever, because Super already doesn't make sense. The main one here in terms of timelines is Pan's age. Her age does not make sense, and it's gonna run into a lot of conflicts time-wise. So if Super just completely rewrites, if they have the balls to completely rewrite what Toriyama wrote, I would actually applaud them. But what do you think, Geekdom?
I kind of agree with you. I don't think it'll be them rewriting Toriyama. I think it'll be Toriyama rewriting Toriyama, because
it's not the first time, right?
Exactly, and we talked about it off air a little bit earlier about how Toriyama, they're respecting Toriyama's mouth more now than they did back in '97. They're not gonna do shit without Toriyama now, so without his approval. So if this happened, this Toriyama's decision, it would bother me. I'm not gonna lie to you, it would bother me, because I don't like when somebody goes back and changes an established lore. Like, I don't like that. But I agree with you in that hell. I mean, what can you do? They've already fucked everything up anyways.
Want to see a Dragon Ball spin-off or episodes about the U6 fighters if they don't get expanded enough in Dragon Ball Super?
Love that.
It's kind of too early to say, but I'm afraid that they are going to be in the tournament, and that's it. Do you agree? Well, I think it's kind of early since we don't really know anything about the U6 fighters. Here's the thing. If the U6 fighters in that whole saga and tournament is incredibly amazing and there's just so much potential there, the characters were interesting, and it just demanded that they get expanded upon, I guess a spin-off wouldn't be, it would be all right. But even if the whole U6 fighters and that whole saga was just okay to great or to very enjoyable, it has to be something extraordinary for me to be interested in a spin-off. Let's just say that it would have to be something extremely great for it to warrant a spin-off, but that's just me.
Well, let me ask you a question. I want to pick your brain about this. If you could pick a Dragon Ball spin-off after Super's over, where you take a character from Dragon Ball, I don't care who it is, and give him his own...
I think Mr. Satan deserves a Dragon Ball spin-off to, pretty much detailing how he rose to his fame and rose to prominence. I think that would be extremely interesting. I think that a spin-off about how the Ginyu Force became the Ginyu Force would be extremely interesting. Those two if there were Dragon Ball spin-offs, those two I would be much more interested in seeing than completely new. I mean, look, no offense, like I know, like,
Didn't you say that you wanted like a Roshi one? Because that's the one that I thought you were gonna say.
I think a Roshi one would also be more interesting. An interesting thing too. I don't know about you, but I also want to see a
Galactic Patrol, baby.
I'm just going off on like my whole wishes, pretty much. I also want to see a Dragon Ball spin-off with Piccolo still being the villain, pretty much before Z. I want to see a spin-off in that time period with Piccolo still being the villain.
With like Mutaito, like that whole era.
Or even Master Mutaito, exactly. Like Master Mutaito, I found extremely interesting, even though he was only there for a couple things and maybe like a filler episode. But I find him very interesting. I think a spin-off series, maybe like a spin-off, just short story about him would be pretty interesting too. But that's just me.
What if they did a Neko Majin miniseries? How do you feel about that?
I don't care much for Neko Majin.
All right, that's fair.
Are you gonna get Pokeken? Geekdom, are you familiar with this?
Pokken is a game that's Pokemon and Tekken combined, and I'll get it eventually. I don't know when though.
I don't even know what this is. So yeah.
Do you even use this? Yes, obviously.
I'm using it right now. Are you a fan of the Tron franchise? And tell me about it. I really, I think I watched like the first movie like a long time ago, one time, and I barely remember much of it, so not really, no. But
same for me. And by the way, our boy asked that question a third time if you look right below. The Austrian guy.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yo, Juan, there is a channel called Blackenfist, and it is rad. This channel does reviews of Dragon Ball Super and does thought for talks, but only problem is that the upload rate is kinds of booty. It deserves over 100,000 subs, just like Juan, man. Do you agree? Well, I definitely think that channel definitely deserves more than 100,000 subs.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Just the GT reviews alone deserve over 100,000. You've probably made a video on this, but I'll ask anyway. What if Piccolo alert the Kaioken? Well, yes, actually, me and Fat Mike did a video about what if the Z fires on the Kaioken. That's on my channel. But so I guess it would be more of a question for you because I've already talked about it. Again, though, guys, you gotta understand this. Later on in the series, as it progressed, the Kaioken became less and less effective. Like, people seem to be in love with the Kaioken, but by the time we get to Cell and shit, the Kaioken is like kind of pointless. And I know they brought it back for the PyCon Otherworld tournament, but really it's like it's filler that doesn't make much sense because the Kaioken eats up way too much energy and burns you out way too fast.
What non-main Batman villain would you love to see come and take on Ben Affleck's Batman, even if for the filler villain like in the intro stories to Brave and the Bold? And who would you want to play him / her? I'm not so much of a Batman fan. I'm not so much invested in this. Geekdom, do you have any thoughts?
Clayface, and the actor would be Benedict Cumberbatch. There you go.
Bro, Sumitomo's score for Kai Buu Saga is bae. I mean, when they did Vegeta's Atonement and Kai, and I heard the score, I was started tearing up. So much better than the Falconer and even the original Jap dub. Sumitomo really knows how to handle DB, and Kai Buu Saga was more enjoyable because of him. I mean, I definitely have enjoyed Sumitomo's work in Dragon Ball Super and in Battle of Gods. Not so much in Resurrection F. I think he could have done better in Resurrection F, but I've liked Sumitomo's score. I don't think he's better than Shinsuke Kikuchi. You could say maybe he's better than Falconer too, but you know, I haven't heard him in Kai.
He recycles some of the Battle of Gods themes in Kai. They're okay. It's just not. Yeah, it's just I actually kind of prefer the Falconer over the Sumitomo for the Buu Saga. I know that seems blasphemous for me to say, but I feel that way.
No, that's not blasphemous. You're on the right track, Geekdom. You're on the right track. Falconer, man, exactly.
He did a good job in the Buu Saga.
Yeah. Is Funimation's stream service any good specifically for watching Dragon Ball, or should I just buy the Blu-rays? I swear to God, if I could have the Dragon boxes, I'd shit myself. Well, I haven't used Funimation's streaming service, so I couldn't tell you. So I mean, I would just tell you to get the Blu-rays.
Yeah, and the Dragon boxes are very expensive. So I mean, I talked to Lance about this. The Blu-rays are like the best that people can get now. The new Blu-rays, and there's nothing that can be done about that. It sucks, but that's how it is. How does Lois survive sex with Clark Soups? I don't know, but it's like kind of asking how does Bulma survive sex with Vegeta or Chi-Chi with Goku, because you know they're fucking, and I'm sure that at some point like Goku's about to fucking come or whatever, and he's like blah, and he explodes, you know, especially if she's working it good. So I worry for her, bro, because remember that one scene where he slaps her and she goes through the freaking door. Like I wonder what would happen. I was gonna do a video about this, and you were the one who said it was a bad idea, and I didn't do it. You remember that conversation?
Well, hey man, come on. I mean, you could still do it if you want.
I could. You know? I don't know if I want, though. We'll see. I'll think about it.
Food for thought. If a higher power had the ability to take out of the timeline at the point of your birth, thus making it so you was never born, would you reboot timeline to be better for it or worse?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
The grammar on that was a little.
I don't think I'd care because I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't care much either.
Now the answer to this question right here is Bruce Faulconer.
Who do you think is the most successful, best artist in the world? I think it's either Elvis, Beethoven, Michael Jackson, or the Beatles. Well, obviously Bruce Faulkner beats all of these guys that you've mentioned here, and so, but yeah. I'm going to be a tryhard and just say Leonardo da Vinci. There you go.
By the way, here we go again with that same question, bro. He asked this question like 5 times, man. Fuck.
Why don't you take this one?
That what? If you was going to write it, man, your grammar on your subs, man. If you was going to write a Twilight Zone story, what would it be about? So I already answered this question with Hail Zeon in a Q&A that I did. So I would probably pass it over to you. What do you, what would your...
I haven't really watched the Twilight Zone, so I couldn't tell you. I know what the basic concept of the Twilight Zone is. It's, you know, these stories of interesting things, maybe something philosophical happens, something that defies what you're actually seeing, makes you think about stuff. But I haven't really seen the actual, sat down and actually watched it, so...
Next question. Where the hell is my Kai Buu Saga dub? It's coming.
Oh boy, we were just talking about this off air, weren't we?
Yes, we were. It's coming. Just be patient.
Yeah.
It might not come for a year, but it's coming.
Blame Toei if you need a culprit.
Blame Toei. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Videl Inner Prime versus Raditz. I mean, come on.
Raditz.
Yeah, come on,
Raditz
man.
would destroy.
Hey, look at this question. Goku versus Gohan at chess.
Come on.
Cell versus Bojack on tennis.
I'm gonna say Cell because Cell can stretch out his body like Piccolo and win. Boom, right there.
Yeah, that perfect.
I know you are, but what am I?
I don't care, man.
Right. Broly
Like your
SSJ4.
videos, bro. Continue the good work. Thank you.
Bro, I thought you skipped that Broly one. Okay, never mind.
Oh, Broly SSJ4 versus Super Android 17.
I don't know. I probably Broly. Right? Maybe. What do you think?
This is such a stupid question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? All right. Super
stupid,
Android 13 because how can
Sorry,
you,
Muhammad
how can
Habib.
Broly, yeah, how can Broly win if he doesn't exist?
You mean 17?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Super 17 doesn't exist either, bro. Everybody's fucked.
Rudigon versus Golden Ape.
Alright.
GT.
Neither one of them exist.
Yeah, they both don't exist. So where's the fight?
But the answer is Golden Ape, bro.
Nail
Too much
versus
power.
Vegeta, beginning of this Namek arc.
Nail would definitely kick his ass.
Yeah,
More higher power level.
Yeah, Nail, probably, yeah. Classic question, Cell versus Deborah. This has been asked a lot of times. I've already said Super Perfect Cell will probably beat Deborah. That's what my stance on it is.
Agreed.
Broly, second movie versus Pycon. I think that probably Broly would take it from the second movie.
Yes, I agree with you. Broly wins.
How do you think Frieza, not DBS, would react if he saw the androids?
He would think that they're a bunch of pussies and try to take him on and get his ass kicked. That's honestly what I think.
No, you know, I don't know how else I could answer that. I think that was a perfect answer. And you know, I don't care. 30 Cell Juniors versus Broly.
I'm having a good time,
30 Cell
bro.
Juniors versus Broly. I don't
care.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I don't care enough to
I don't
answer
know.
this.
I don't know.
If Yamcha and Tien fused, how strong would they become?
Not very strong.
Yeah, not strong enough to get Bulma back. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's the best answer I've ever heard.
If Raditz, Nappa, Turles, and Vegeta, beginning of the Namek saga, and Goku Saiyan saga teamed up, do you think they'd be able to beat SSJ Bardock? Well, first of all, guys, Bardock at Super Saiyan, if the power levels, if we're going off the power levels that were revealed in the special, he's not that strong. Here's another Broly one. A lot of Brolys over here.
A lot of Broly tards.
Probably Broly. I'm just gonna go with Broly on that. In the
That
beginning
question
of the,
again,
Buu
bro.
saga,
What the fuck?
Oh,
Fuck that
yeah.
guy. If you're watching this Q&A, fuck you. Oh my god. I hate you. Never send another question again to anybody.
Hey! Look at this Broly concoction here, Geekdom. What do you think? What do you think, man? It's just a
I don't
trifecta of Broly here, man.
Bio Broly wins because he has the shittiest movie. These fucking versus battles. Why do you care? It's never gonna happen anyways. Why do you care? Just play Tenkaichi and do it yourself.
It's because of the arguments and comment sections. They just gotta be like, well, Blackenfist said that he would win. So
The Jew voice that you're doing there.
Yeah,
Comrade Blackenfist.
why Bulma has blue hair in DBS since DBZ and DB?
She has green. No, she doesn't have green hair.
Green hair?
The fuck?
I don't even know what the hell is going on. The wiki said she has the color turquoise, a light blue color. I don't know, but that is not true. Marin has blue hair, turquoise. Just compare Marin and Bulma hair from DBZ. Man, I don't even know where this guy's coming from. When have you ever seen Bulma with green hair?
I've never. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, man.
Well, well, who knows? Maybe this guy has some color problems with his vision.
Yeah, if so, then SS Blue will mean nothing to you. So.
It's SS Green, really. It's like legendary Super Saiyan.
Right?
Hey, guess what question
Another
it is
Broly
again, by
question.
the way.
No! I'm having a good time, bro, really.
All right, let's try to go away and see if we can get something. What's the top 5 things you do not like about GT5?
GTA 5.
Yeah, about GTA 5.
GT!
GT. Well, I mean, I played the game once. It was a good game. I don't know, like, top 5 things is just a list to fill up. Okay, here's it. No cheats, or not enough cheats. Let's just say that. Not enough cheats like the older games. Because I know there are cheats, but they're, like, limited. They're time limits on the cheats. So, time limits on cheats, that's one thing I didn't like about it. And I can't think of anything else. What do you got, Geekdom?
No, I never finished the game, so I don't know. I gotta finish the game. Hey, I want you to answer that next one right there, though. The one right below it, that fuck, marry, kill. I want you to answer that one here with me on the line.
Well, you got it. You got.
I really want you to answer that.
All right, you're gonna answer this for me, though.
No, it's for you. You must answer this. I'm biased.
You gotta answer this. Okay. All right. Shit, this is gonna be hard, man.
And for those wondering, it's fuck, marry, kill, Geekdom, Kwame, or Master Roshi, and you have to fuck them in the end.
All right, I fuck Kwame, kill you, and marry Master Roshi. There you go.
I can't believe you'd kill me, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, that's because you're here, man. That's because you're here.
All right.
Well, okay. I was gonna marry Master Roshi regardless, because well, first of all, you don't have to do anything, and you know he might teach you something, you know. So there you go,
bro. If you fucked me, it'd be the best night of your life. You're giving up on a very special occasion. Is all I'm gonna say.
All right, why don't you take the next one?
Ultimate Perfect Cell. What the fuck is that? Is that like Cell with his abilities unlocked by
Ultimate
by
Perfect Cell is a fan fiction version of Cell, so he's probably like Broly, Super Saiyan God Broly's strength. Just for your information, Geekdom.
Oh my god, just fucking send these to Alex on Real Entertainment Gaming, bro. He's the one who does the mods.
Well, obviously, Ultimate Perfect Super Ultra Cell would beat Buhan, because, I mean, that guy's like as strong as a Super Saiyan God Broly, so...
Maybe stronger than that.
Yeah, it's Broly, dude. Calm down. It's Broly. So, you know.
Do you think when Cell absorbed Android 17 and 18, his power was multiplied because when he absorbed Android 18, he got so much stronger than Vegeta? I don't know if it's multiplied. I would say it was, yeah. A lot.
Yeah, it's obviously not addition, guys. Obviously, because if you take Cell and just add 17 and 18's power, obviously he wouldn't be as strong as he is in his perfect form. That's obvious, I think, right?
Yeah, not to mention that. So and you did a video with this with Jay about Cell's biology was created specifically to absorb 17 and 18. So his cells knew once he would absorb them that he would reach perfection. It's just part of his programming. So.
Why do people keep thinking that Super Perfect Cell power is not equal to Majin Vegeta? Well, it's probably the same reason why people keep thinking that Super Saiyan God, Bardock, Broly, whatever, are legit.
Well, the thing is that's true, though. Super Perfect Cell is not as strong as Majin Vegeta. I believe that. I believe Majin Vegeta is stronger, because it's not just SSJ2 Vegeta. After 7 years of training plus the Majin boost, come on, bro. Why does Geekdom101 think PyCon power is any, where any... All right, let's try this again. Why does Geekdom... actually, I want to take the one after this one, but...
Any.
All right.
Just
why
go,
does Geekdom101 think PyCon power is anywhere near Cell power? Because it's not. If it was, he would have destroyed Goku in that fight. Well, maybe because, you genius, he fucking knocks Cell out in one shot. Why don't you fucking watch the fucking show before questioning fucking geekdom, bro? Do you know who I am? Jesus.
Yeah. It's because this guy just watched Kai. You know, you can't just get. Yeah,
you might be right.
Yeah, exactly.
You might be right. But okay, but if he just watched Kai, how does he know about PyCon?
It's because he probably read some fan fictions on the internet about PyCon.
Multiverse is
not
now
real,
the next
man.
question I want to answer: would you eat a talking ass or a blue pussy with eyes on it? Definitely the blue pussy. Definitely, because I want to eat pussy while the pussy's watching me eat it. So that's the one I would answer. I don't know about you. A talking ass would be annoying, and plus, it's an ass with shit in it. Ugh.
Would you like to see Dragon Ball Raging Blast 3? I never played Raging Blast 2.
That's a question for ZZ Toasty. Get burnt.
Yeah. Ask ZZ Toasty. He might have thoughts on that. Just got done watching the Buu Saga again, and the Super Perfect Cell was way stronger than Deborah because Vegeta said when Gohan transformed, he said, let's see how good Deborah does against a Super Saiyan. And when Goku was complaining Deborah to Cell, he could have been talking about the one he fought against. I honestly don't even know what I just read right now.
It's another Super Perfect Cell versus Deborah.
Yeah, it's pretty much Super Perfect Cell versus Deborah again. So, you know, we already answered that again. What should I watch on YouTube, Bored? You should watch me. That's what you should watch.
Broly is the strongest fighter in all of Dragon Ball. He can beat the likes of Beerus and Whis. Only one who can stop him is Mr. Satan. Well, that's not a question. So, all right.
But he is right.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he is right.
Sure he is. Smile and wave.
What YouTube have you seen? What YouTuber do you know that has the most subscribers that you've ever seen?
PewDiePie, bro. Everybody knows that.
Well, maybe what he means by that is like I've seen in person.
Oh, MatPat, right?
Yeah, I did meet MatPat. I also met the guys who did Death Battle. I saw them in person. I saw a bunch of YouTubers, but I think MatPat definitely was the one that was the highest.
For me, it's Quinn.
Yeah. How the fuck did Turles die from
a Sprite bomb? A Sprite bomb.
How the fuck did Turles die from a Sprite bomb when Vegeta
Obey
was
your
injured?
thirst, motherfucker.
And he did not die, and Turles was not injured at all when he got hit with one, and Turles was stronger than Vegeta.
Look, fucking pay attention to the fucking movie.
It's pixelation, obviously, man. Sprites.
Sprite. I was thinking Obey Your Thirst, but pay attention to the goddamn fucking movie 3. When Goku hit him with the Spirit Bomb, he got the Sprite Bomb.
You know, sponsored by Coca-Cola Company, of course.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola Company, yeah. When he hit him with the Sprite Bomb, he absorbed the power from the Tree of Might, and it was pure concentrated power. The Tree of Might divided the fruit up.
Of course, given him by Sprite, of course. That's what gave him the power.
Yes, I know. And, yeah, so the Tree of Might divides the power amongst the fruit. Turles took a bite on one fruit. He ate one fruit. Goku with the Spirit Bomb took the fucking energy from the whole fucking tree and wasted his ass. So that does make sense, actually.
All right, I think this is the last question here. And I know, I'm sorry, guys. We can't be answering questions forever. I wish we could. But here it is. How the fuck did Bulma not die from a hit from Beerus? It doesn't make sense at all how she did not die. If you think about it, it kind of does make sense. Her head probably would have gotten torn off if Beerus really did slap the shit out of her. If you really think about it. Don't you think so, Geekdom?
Well, that's the thing. This fucking question, these people. Beerus, watch the goddamn series and the movies again. Beerus has an incredibly high control over his ki because of his training with Whis or whatever the fuck. Like, the thing about Whis is that he really is the most advanced teacher that Goku's ever had, because he taught Beerus, you know, that Hapkido technique where he has supreme control of his ki, which is why he was able to knock Goku out with one shot. He knows pressure points and things of that nature. So Beerus is slapping Bulma does make sense because he didn't hit her with his fucking energy. He just did a little love tap. Like, if I see a cockroach on the ground and I press it gently with my finger, it's not gonna die. But if I hammer my finger down, it might die. Same thing with this. He didn't put any energy into it because he didn't want to kill her. Why didn't he want to kill her? He wasn't worth killing her.
That is true, but what I'm saying is, I mean, why would Beerus care? I mean, to him, it's like Bulma is a cockroach, and he's like, get the hell out of my face. Bam, you're dead.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And obviously, we know why that couldn't happen, obviously, but I'm just saying if it could make sense, like, Yeah, I mean, if Beerus probably could have just killed her, like, bam, whatever, I don't care. You're a cockroach.
No, maybe, yeah, well, she did slap him first, and maybe he just decided to slap her back with the same force. That's all I could think of. I mean, he's not really a villain. And by the way, look at the question right below it. Just got done watching Buu Saga Super Perfect Cell. Why do you have so many repeats?
I have no idea. Maybe it's Asked Out FM I'm messing up. But anyway, guys, those have been your questions. Of course, I hope you enjoyed our answers here. I know we couldn't get to everybody. I have a lot more questions. But of course, if you want to ask me your questions, go to my Asked Out FM. And if you want to ask Geekdom any questions, you can go to his Asked Out FM.
Please don't.
Oh, please go over there and ask him all
please
about
don't.
the Brolys, the Super Saiyan Gods, Bardock, you know, Deborah. Please go ask him all about Cell versus Deborah. Please do.
But please watch my videos with ad block turned off, please.
Of course.
And Juan's. I mean Blackenfist.
Whatever. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm Blackenfist, and I'm out, man.
I'm out too.